There is a particular kind of traveler who gets bored by the obvious choices, who looks at a map of the world and gravitates toward the edges of it, toward the places that feel like they operate on a completely different frequency. Morocco and Egypt both speak to that traveler. Both are ancient, both are overwhelming in the best possible way. Both will change the way the world looks afterward, and both are completely different experiences once someone is actually standing inside them. Here is how they compare. Cost. Cost is genuinely interesting for both. Morocco is widely regarded as one of the best value destinations in the world for the quality of experience it delivers. A night in a well-regarded riad in Fez or Marrakesh, a traditional courtyard guesthouse, runs somewhere between $40 and $100 by most estimates, and the difference between those two price points is remarkable in terms of beauty and atmosphere. Street food is extraordinarily cheap. A bowl of harira soup and a piece of misiman flatbread from a market stall costs almost nothing and is genuinely excellent by most accounts. Egypt is similarly affordable for most international travelers, with accommodation, food, and transport running cheap across the country in most areas outside the luxury resort zones of the Red Sea. Most budget travelers find both countries extremely accessible. Morocco tends to get a slight edge in most comparisons simply because the experience of staying in a riad in a Medina is considered one of the great affordable luxuries in travel. Culture and history. Egypt carries the weight of one of the oldest and most documented civilizations in human history, and that weight is felt physically when standing in front of it. The pyramids of Giza are one of those experiences that most visitors describe as genuinely humbling. Not just impressive, but scale-shifting in a way that photographs simply do not prepare anyone for. The temples of Luxor, the Valley of the Kings, the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, the sheer density of history per square mile is extraordinary by any measure. Morocco counters with something different and equally powerful, a living culture that has been layering itself for centuries without interruption. The Medinas of Fez and Marrakesh are UNESCO World Heritage Sites and feel genuinely ancient in a way that is rare. The souks, the tanneries, the mosques, the Berber villages of the Atlas Mountains. Morocco's history is less monumental than Egypt's, but arguably more immersive because so much of it is still in daily use. History lovers tend to lean toward Egypt. Travelers who want to feel inside a living culture tend to lean toward Morocco. Food. Moroccan food is one of the great underrated cuisines of the world in most food travelers' opinion. The tagines, slow-cooked with preserved lemon and olives. The couscous on a Friday. The pastilla, a sweet and savory pastry that most people who try it cannot quite believe exists. The mint tea, poured from a height to create a froth, offered everywhere and always. Egyptian food is hearty and satisfying and built around flavors that have fed people in that part of the world for thousands of years. The koshari, lentils, rice, pasta, and tomato sauce in a bowl that costs almost nothing and somehow works perfectly. The full medamis, the ta'ahmeya falafel. It is not a cuisine that gets a lot of global attention, but most travelers find it more interesting than expected. Most food-focused travelers tend to give Morocco the edge, though Egypt consistently surprises people who arrive with low expectations. Safety and practical considerations. Both countries are popular with international tourists, and most experienced tourists have uneventful experiences. As with any destination, awareness and preparation make a significant difference. Most travel advisories recommend standard urban precautions in both countries. Being alert in crowded medinas and markets where petty theft is commonly reported, using reputable guides for certain sites, and being cautious in areas outside main tourist zones. Egypt requires a bit more active navigation of touts and hustle around major sites by most visitor accounts, which some people find charming and others find exhausting. Always check the latest official government travel advisories before booking either destination, as conditions can change and some regions within both countries carry more specific guidance than others. The verdict. Egypt tends to suit travelers who are drawn by the specific gravity of ancient history. who want to stand in front of something that has outlasted every civilization that came after it and feel that in their chest. It is a destination built around moments of genuine awe. Morocco tends to suit travelers who want to be absorbed rather than awed, to wander a Medina without a plan, eat something extraordinary from a street stall, get genuinely lost, and feel like the world is more interesting and more layered than it was before they arrived. Both will change a person. They just do it differently. Go to Egypt to be humbled by time, go to Morocco to be swallowed by place. And if neither feels like enough, most travelers who have done both back-to-back say it is one of the great travel combinations on the planet. Subscribe, and next Tuesday there is another one ready.